Hi guys, I'm Barney, and as promised, here's the second part of learning the most important clues for every South American countries. So let's go and let's study Panama. Yesterday I said we won't look at it, but I think it comes up quite often, so therefore we will look at this as well. First of all, here's the flag, the country code, which is PA, and the driving side is right side. The camera generation is 4 all the time. The license plate it has is mostly white, but it has a turquoise strip on the top and it has black writing on it. The Google car is a white pickup truck. Sometimes it can be mostly blurred, sometimes it can be fully visible, but there's always a short black antenna on the front. Most roads in Panama have parallel fences, which can be partly or fully made out of short trees. There are a lot of taxis in Panama, and how you can recognize it. All of them has this checkerboard patterned horizontal stripe, as you can see it here, and also they have a license plate on its side. As I mentioned in the previous video, as Mexico and as Guatemala, Panama uses this stop sign as well, and it says Alto. Also a very unique sign, which only found in Panama, is that realistic eye sign. And yes, you can only find it in Panama. That was it for Panama. Let's go to Bolivia. Again, the 3 or 4 most important things to know about Bolivia is the flag, the country code, which is BO, the driving side is right, and the camera generation is 3rd. The Bolivian license plate is short, white license plate, and it has blue writings on it, and in the blur it looks like this. As mentioned, Bolivia has a generation 3 camera coverage, and it has a white Google car with no antenna in the front. The Bolivian signposts are these bulky white square signposts. As I mentioned in the previous video when we were looking at Peru, it has a very similar guardrail, but the difference is that here in Bolivia the outer stripe is yellow. In Bolivia the kilometer markers are black and white, the top part is black and features an abbreviation which is KM, and the bottom part is white and shows the distance. And it's important to note that these markers don't have a road number on them. And this is the only difference which can separate it from Argentinian kilometer markers. In urban areas, you will often see this Tigo telecom company. And if you don't know if you are in Peru or in Bolivia, then you can separate it with this, as only Bolivia have this. That's it for Bolivia. Let's go to Argentina. The most important things in Argentina is the flag, which you can see here, the country code, which is AR, the driving side is still the right side, and the most common camera is Gen 4. Argentina uses 2 different kinds of license plates. One is where you can see a black dot in the middle, and the other one has a blue stripe on the top half of it, and it's mostly white and the letters are black on it. Argentina has a black Google car in generation 4 coverage, so it's useful to remember as most South American countries are different. In Argentina, we will look at the poles as well, as they are commonly very unique. These are round concrete poles which have 3 electricity lines, and they are in altering pattern. As you can see, the first one is on the left, the second on the right, and the third one is on the left again. As I said, the Argentinian kilometer markers are very similar to the Bolivian ones, but they are displaying the road number as well. Here on the guardrails, a yellow rectangular reflector is really common, and it's also unique. Now let's head to Uruguay. Here you can see the country flag, the country code, which is UY, the driving side is still on the right, and there's only coverage in Uruguay, which is made by Gen 3 camera. The standard Uruguayan license plate is white with black characters on it. As I mentioned at Argentina, most South American countries doesn't use a black car, only Uruguay, Argentina and Peru. Therefore, in Uruguay you can also see them. The signposts are thick and wooden, and often they have up to 4 rectangular notches on them, and if you see these notches on them, you can easily separate it from the Bolivian ones. Uruguay also uses a triple road line, which is only found here in Uruguay, which consists of a double yellow road line with white dashed lines between. The kilometer markers are green painted, which can only be found in this country. Let's head to the Brazilian clues. Here you can see the country flag. The country code is BR, the driving side is still the right side, and the coverage is mostly Gen 4. The license plates in Brazil were white with black writing on them until 2018. However, from that, it has a blue stripe on the top, and the bottom half is still white with black characters. And on commercial vehicles, they have red license plates. Most Brazilian road signs have their back painted black, as you can see it on this image. And also in Brazil, the road markers are mainly blue. Brazil uses yellow on black chevrons. The Gen 4 cars in Brazil are mostly blue or white with a blue stripe or fully white. And our last country for this South American guidance is Chile. Here you can barely see the flag, but it looks like it has a blue square in the top left, and it has a white star in it, and the rest is red. The country code is CL, the driving side is still on the right side, and it also uses mostly Gen 4 camera. The Chilean road lines are either fully white or fully yellow, but almost never a combination of the two, and it's also important to note that Argentina has a decent amount of roads with all white road lines. As most of its coverage is Gen 4, I will only mention that it has a blue Google car. In Chile, the regular vehicles have white license plates, while the commercials and taxi vehicles uses an orange plate. The Chilean bollards are similar to the Spanish bollards. It has a white reflector at the front and a yellow or orange reflector on the back. But this one you won't see very often. Alright, that was it for today. I hope you enjoyed and could learn about the South American clues. And if you did, make sure to like and subscribe, and see you in the next GeoGuessr video.